under those rubber mats. So, everybody's credit for loans and stuff. But, I mean, to get startup, a lot of this stuff, came, it wasn't dirt cheap, but,
sure,
this was a membership trade out. Yeah. This was from a member.
Yeah.
This is Danny's. We bought this.
Yeah.
We bought this. So there's pieces I have bought brand new.
Yeah.
All the bars. Some of those are a Mike Francis special. Other ones are bought straight up. So just depending on what you want,
Yeah.
You don't even need that back room. Say we sit right here, But I also don't know what rents and lot sizes go up there in Nebraska.
They're cheaper.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, everything is cheaper in Nebraska.
So like I told you, $50,000 for something like this. If I had nothing, say I didn't bring any of my equipment over, maybe 50, you could probably get away with 25.
Yeah.
Less than 25 to start something up there.
Yeah.
And have this size and everything that you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. No, it'd be great to see you guys do it if you move. We'll see if you move.
Could we be CTX Lincoln? Can we just take the name too, or is that copyright? Can you franchise us?
It wouldn't even be a franchise. I would happily let the name go to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Happily. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, those are thoughts. Those are things that Liz and I are talking about.
No, that would be amazing.
Once we get established. And
you get into some of the bigger gyms, dude. Start opening up your pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
The hammer strength machine, dude. When I first opened up my first tour, I had these 45s, the rusty ones, the ones that I'm used to. Mm-hmm. And the dude comes through and it's a powerlifting side at First CTX, and he's like, you got the ugly weights. And I stopped in the middle of the tour, and I'm sitting in my mind thinking, I was like, dude, this might not be the gym for you.
No.
I didn't want a Gold's Gym. I didn't want a Planet Fitness. I wanted a, I don't want to say hardcore, but I wanted like a pit. I wanted a powerlifting gym.
Yeah.
I wanted a different style of CrossFit side from what people normally think of CrossFit. I didn't have all the bells and whistles machines, but I had shit that worked. Motherfuckers wanted Icarian shoulder press machines, and I fucking had old school Precor.
Right.
Same fucking pin models, same plate loaded, everything, but
it's the name.
But the people that I attracted and came over to the gym and grew as a family, they loved that shit. This is, what I'm saying? So that was, I was attracting what I wanted, when I first thought about opening CTX up.
Yeah.
And, if you didn't like me, there's the door. More power to you.
Yeah.
And give your money to the next owner at the next gym. This isn't the spot for you. You're not going to like our people.
Yeah.
You're not going to like our style. And, you ain't going to like our music. You ain't going to like the words we say. So, you're just going to be happier.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we're going to be happier because we don't got to put up with you.
Absolutely.
So.
Please tell me you've been recording this whole time. That's what I'm talking about, Jody.
I saw him do the finger thing. Whatever that thing. Whatever.
Because that entire conversation is perfect for what we're talking about. Welcome back to the Stache and Beard Show. 20-minute intro. We're in. All right. We are recording, right?
We are.
All right. I'm gonna hit you with that now since we've lost a piece. Since we've lost a piece of video forever, I'm looking at you right now, camera. Here's the deal, audience. We had 12 minutes of
gold.
We'll say gold.
It wasn't gold.
It was,
especially now that we thought about what it was.
We had 12 minutes of silver. Okay.
It wasn't even silver. It was you and I opening up packs of cards.
One that was worth quad what we paid for the pack.
True.
The reaction was great.
But the footage that we thought we lost
is way better.
Well, yes, and has turned out, this is what I was going to tell you. So, no, I didn't even get to tell you. One of our friends, she may come up here. I don't know where she's at.
Yeah.
Her mom does a podcast. And my friend showed her mom, you and I. Uh-huh. She fucking loves us.
Really?
And wants us to come be a guest on her podcast. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're what are we, 2.5 shows?
Yeah.
2.25 shows in?
Yeah.
Anyway, about just what we talk about.
Yeah.
She loves our content. She loves how we speak, what we do.
Nice.
But that was, so coming back to that was the shit we thought we lost, was the portion that has gotten a lot of feedback. People are like, this is fucking great.
Also on TikTok.
Not us opening, yes, you told me.
Got over 4,000 views on TikTok, which is a better TikTok. I've had a couple TikToks blow up to 10, 100. I had one million view TikTok. Yeah, the bamboo bar.
Oh, okay, yeah. John, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. So I've had them blow up. We haven't had one hit. until this one for like a week now.
Yeah.
That is hit, and this one's hit. So
no, I got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of people, texting, commenting, and then now this, So
yeah.
Hey, here's to our startup.
That's right.
Blowing up.
Yeah.
So
that's right. But enough about us. We got to talk about you.
So the whole lead up on that previous, where me and Austin were talking about the gym, this segment, what we're going to talk about is you're out there, you're thinking about joining the gym. Where do I go? What do I do? What do I look for? I'm nervous. I'm not. I've got this background. But where do I go? Where's my new home? So that's what this segment was about, and what me and Austin were talking about when I first opened up CTX was what my mindset was to attract people that wanted a gym like what I had in my mind with my other two business partners I had at the time. And we'll lead in from that. But my original goal when I opened up CTX was I wanted a pit style gym, it didn't have to be hardcore, shit like that. But I wanted it also to be a place where you may have an off day, but you knew every other motherfucker was up there lifting, and like, oh shit, I'm at home, I'm off work, let me go to the gym because I know the guys are gonna be there, the girls are gonna be there, like the crew, and that's what it turned into being, So that was my ultimate goal was, have a place to lift, but then you fucking show up when it's a day off because everyone's going to be up there.
Yeah.
Kind of like back when we were kids, you fucking didn't go to sleep because God forbid if you missed something, you didn't want to be the first one to fall asleep. So it was like, oh, if I'm off on a Tuesday, but if I don't go up there, maybe I miss something funny or I miss a big lift and shit like that. So that was really what I wanted with CTX, was a place that people came to. And it was like a second home. It turned into a family and things like that.
And you've really gotten that here, even through the moves. You went through some rough times when it came to moving, but the crew came with you everywhere you went.
They are, hands down. I say it all the time. Y'all are what makes CTX. I've always said that. And I fight with a couple people because they're like, oh, CTX is because of you. And I'm like, no. CTX is because of you guys. I built it and wanted it for you guys, and you guys sticking with me through thick and thin. I mean, it's what a family does anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, literally from move to move. Even when we, went over to Backbone, and then it was like, hey guys, it's time. We need our own home again. And everybody that's come with and stayed through everything. I still get people reaching out. It's like, hey man, I wish y'all back open, and which we are, just smaller scale.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what you built there, like, I can't find it anywhere else. So even still hearing that, but you guys are what makes this place CTX. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have CTX if it wasn't for y'all. I would just have this spot. And like, Jesus, like, where's the lifters? Where's the family? Stuff like that. So anyway, that's what I wanted to achieve when I started. It was a place that people wanted to come to, even if they weren't lifting.
Yeah.
So, and so that's what I had done there.
Yeah.
So leading into that, you guys found me, you and Liz.
Right. So
how'd you find me?
We found you. We lived far away from your original gym. Like it was a 30-minute drive from your original gym. But we lived in an apartment complex that had, the classic apartment gym, had some weights, had treadmills, all that sort of thing. It was nice, but when we left Nebraska and we came down to Orlando, my fitness stayed the same because in college my fitness was buckus. But Liz, was a marathon runner, half marathon runner, and which is, marathon to me. But
me too.
She was a half marathon runner. She did CrossFit on Saturdays, and so when we came down here and she didn't have that, she felt off, And so when we found you, she was the one who was looking, and I also wanted to get in shape, get better looking, and to get back what I had pre-college, because in college I went through some shit and it was like, all right, I just let myself go, which when you're young, you let yourself go, you can get it back pretty quick. And so we started looking, and we came across a couple places. There's a place downtown that was 5 minutes from our apartment. There was a place There were a couple other places that were CrossFit-ish, or there was one that was CrossFit, and Liz wanted to go to it, but it was too expensive. And then we found your gym, because it had CrossFit and because of your website. And so we show up and we go and we get a tour. We shouldn't be going to your gym. Let me throw that out there. I don't remember his name.
Paul.
Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get to know Paul very well. Paul wasn't around for very long after we started going.
He was there on an internship from college.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so we walk in. You look at Paul and say, hey, give him a tour. He walks over. He goes, this is where the dumbbells are. Walks over. This is where the CrossFit happens. Walks over. That's bench press. And then walks over and goes, those are treadmills. And then that was it. That was the tour.
So to stop there just a second to give people an idea of Paul. Paul, super nice kid.
Absolutely.
His mother, great friend of the family. She had called up and said, hey, Paul needs to do this internship. Would you be interested in having him there? And I said, yeah, like love to. And I know Paul's not a talker. So I'm talking to my mom, to my wife, and I said, hey, what am I supposed to do like with Paul? Paul doesn't talk, and like me and him are just going to sit at the bar all day, and like we're just going to be two not talking people. Cause I'm completely fine not talking, sitting at the bar. So he's at the bar, and for the first couple of weeks, that's all we did. We didn't talk.
You wrote.
I wrote. I was programming people, and then I asked his mom. I was like, what do I do with him? I feel bad. She's like, make him clean the toilets, make him clean. I'm like, so he turned into, like he would do the memberships and he would do the cleaning and things that I had to do.
Yeah.
The things you got to learn.
As a business owner.
A lot of people just think, oh, we have a business owner. You start off, you hire people. No, man, I'm it.
Yeah.
I'm the cleaner. I'm the fixer. Things like that. So anyway, so we got to talking. I was like, all right, Paul, like here's your chance. Like and I would teach him. I'd say, hey, this is the tour. These are the topics. Show them this. I had taught him and told him how to tell you guys what on the tour. So then when you guys had told me this story, this was hilarious because that's not what I taught him. That's not how I talked to him and told him to talk to people. So the fact that you two stayed, it was amazing.
So here's why we stayed. Here's why we decided this is the gym for us. Number one, it's grungy, and it's like grungy in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And so because we didn't like the snobbiness of a clean gym. We didn't like that. Also, and this is a quote that Liz is like, I still can't believe you said this.
I said this?
No, I said.
Oh, okay.
I said to her, this gym scares me, and so I think I should go here. And it was entirely because we walk in, and I think it was Brittany who had like 315 on her back, doing squats. I think she was there. Like the gym was filled with guys and girls who were lifting heavy and were doing big things. And I was like, this terrifies me because I want to be that.
Yeah.
And so I saw what people were doing, and I'm like, this is the place that I need to go in order to get that. And for Liz, she wanted CrossFit. She wanted 6 a.m. CrossFit, and it was also one of the cheapest places we had seen. Like your prices were fantastic, so it was a no-brainer. We were like, all right, well, here we go, and we started going bright and early, 6 a.m, and I think it was 6 in the morning. And I remember being like, man, I hope I don't annoy Alan with all my questions, because I would ask so many fucking questions while you were, and it was early, and I'm like, I don't know if Alan's a morning guy, but like
I am a morning person,
right?
Yeah,
and so we but the reason why we continued to stay was because we met people, and there was a sense of camaraderie, and even more so, you became our friend, which is huge, especially when, for me, fitness was hard, especially when we first started. I don't know if you remember a time I did class where it was like we had to run, And
you did it Liz's birthday.
That's it.
Yep, you showed up the one time, and I was shocked because she would walk in. I'm at the whiteboard, and she told me that you were taking class. I'm like, why? She's like, oh, he said he would do class for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I even questioned you and made sure, hey,
Yeah.
you know, I know what you do lifting wise. Have you done any of this stuff? And I don't remember what the movements were, but
I don't either.
but you were taken care of. Like,
I remember-
I didn't need a death on the floor.
I remember it was like there were like 800s. Like that was one of them. And I remember being like, I walk faster than I jog. That's when I came to that realization as I'm going around. And but so because you were there, because I had a friend that wasn't just Liz, it felt like home to me. It felt like a second home, and so that's why we ended up staying. For all that, and why we've changed gyms and all that. So we even picked like where we lived to be closer to the gym.
I love hearing that. And you know, I've lost people, and maybe don't even sign them up because they think that we're scary. They don't even give us the chance. And like, what I really hate is like when the women come in and they're like, "Oh, there's no ladies here." I'm like, "Well, can you come back at 5:30, please?" Like, there are ladies, you know.
Right.
But for the most part, when we used to train around 11, it was all of us. It was a guy crew, and Tara may have been there, Sarah at the time, you know, back when we first started, you know, and who knows, you know, some of the ladies, if they saw Sarah lifting, they may have been like, "Hey, she lifts way more than me, and I'm not there yet."
Yeah.
But I always thought like, hey, like you're not motivated to attempt to lift what she wants to, and you may not want to. And so that was the other thing. Like, you don't have to lift what she's lifting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go lift what you lift. But, you know, especially if they told me that they wanted to be power lifters. And I was like, hey, you know, on this side of town where at the time we were the only gym. So, but they would look at her and be like, oh, well, I don't lift what she lifts. Like, I can't be here. And I'm like, you do know she used to not lift what she lifted. It took her some time to climb the ranks, you know?
Absolutely.
And I've had guys don't want to come lift this. They're like, oh, man, I'm just going to get in the way and plates. And I'm like, the mono, man. I say the same boring speech. You guys have heard me. I was like, the mono goes up and down, the plates come on and off. And nobody gives a shit what you can lift. We're going to push you. If you lift 95 pounds, we're going to push you to get 105. We're going to get you to 150, whatever it is.
Even while I was here for years, I didn't go to Sunday squat day because I was like, I'm not it. I'm not part, like, you know, consistently in this crew, there's like 500, 600, 700, 800 pound squats. And for the longest time, you know, I'm still at the bottom when it comes to it, but, you know, I'm working my way up.
Yeah.
But there was such a fear factor.
But that's so. To come back, the whole reason we started this portion of this podcast, is what gym to look for. What do you look for in a gym, or what gym do you think you belong at? And for somebody like what you just said there, if I'm looking to become stronger, I would like to go. And this is more personal. It sounds a little easier for me because I go, well, you started the gym, yeah. But even when I used to go to gyms, I would go to the stronger guys in the gym. Hey, what are you doing? I'm not there yet. Why are you benching more than me? What are you deadlifting more than me? What are you doing? What should I be doing? That was just always kind of what I've done, even back when I started bodybuilding and over to strongman. Like, go to where the stronger people are, or go into the gym and ask them questions. So, you know, when I hear that question, like, you want to be stronger, well, then here it is. And what I've always loved about us, and I'm not saying other gyms aren't like that, the crew that started at CTX, that gravitated, some of the guys that started back and come back, super humble guys. So they may have been the strongest of the group, but they were also the most willing to talk to you to get you to be built up. And I'm not saying like you don't get that at other gyms outside of CTX. You do. But I'm just saying inside our gym, and you guys can see on the board back there some of the big names, but like they're helpful. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So you want to find that. You want to find where the strong men and women lift. Mm-hmm. You want to find the group that is actually a group, you know? Mm-hmm. I have anybody here that as soon as they're done, oh, you know, my squat's done. It's good. No, that motherfucker turns right back around. Hey, Austin, fix this. Hey, Jody, need a wrap. Things like that. So, and I think a lot of that is the crew itself. The people that gravitated over were already like that as well. Mm-hmm. So it just further embodied what we had to start. So it's added to that. But so that's definitely something.
So when you at home are looking for a gym, keeping your goals in mind of, do I want to get stronger? Do I want to be physique wise, or am I just chasing numbers? What kind of lifts do I want to be doing? What kind of people do I want to be around? There are a lot of question marks. Are there gyms that you are a no-go for? The one that everyone jumps to is Planet Fitness.
Because what I don't want to do is hop on that train of assuming everybody out there wants to be a powerlifter.
Right.
You do have the people that are they're younger, they're nervous, they're shy. They're okay with a place like Planet Fitness, and so I don't want to talk bad about Planet Fitness.
Sure.
What I do want to say is that what they're trying to present to us on commercials, it's fake, it's false.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they think that if you want to come in and you just want to do cardio, or you come in and you want to be a girl, or not want to be, but you are a girl,
yeah.
That you don't belong at a gym like CTX.
Okay.
So can you go be stronger and get stronger and achieve your goals at Planet Fitness? Yes.
Yeah.
For somebody who's afraid to even leave the house to go into the gym, can you get stronger doing home-based workouts? Can you become fitter? Can you work on goals and get yourself to a better place mentally, physically? Yes. So I'm not going to talk bad about stuff like that. There are people who just may fit better at a Planet Fitness. They may not like what we do here. They may not like the music and the feel. And even though I have women that lift here, I have guys obviously that lift here. They may not be that type that want to lift with our type. So is Planet Fitness great for that person? Yes. You know, my answer to that is going to be kind of like cliche. Like go where you fit in.